Hello, Bookleaguers. Welcome to Bookleague Storytime Adventures. I have the long-awaited sequel to Henry's Big Angry Feelings. It's called Henry and Ella's Big Jar of Kindness. This is part of the Emotion in Motion series by Audrey Lane, and I will link to the other two books and all the ones in the future in the description below. They're really great for social emotional lessons, and I know you're going to love this one, so let's go. When Ella asked Mom for the 15th time,
"Can we watch a show now?"
Mom simply said, "Fine." They just come inside from games in the hot sun, wanting just to relax. They were spent, they were done. But their plans to relax would soon get all messed up when Henry said,
"Ella, let's watch Mighty Pup."
Because Ella replied,
"That show is so lame. I'd rather watch Rainbow Unicorn Game."
Henry scoffed.
"Not a chance. Not even a maybe. You want to know why? 'Cause I'm not a little baby."
"Now, hey," said Grandpa from an overstuffed chair. "It looks like you two are struggling there." And Grandpa had a small speck of thought. Perhaps and perchance, these two kids can be taught. "I have an idea. You might just like the sound. See, do stuff that's kind and write it on down. You'll put it in here, in this old pickle jar, and try to spread kindness wherever you are. You can do it together and win as a team. When you get to the top, we'll go out for ice cream."
Hooray!
They both were so happy and both were so thrilled. They started to plan how to get that jar filled. But they thought and they couldn't decide.
"We'll never get ice cream."
Young Henry then sighed. Old Darwin the dog, he was walking on by when he saw their sad faces and heard the loud sigh. "Now say, what's gone wrong?" the dog asked with big eyes. So they told of the jar and of its large size. "Well, here's an idea off the top of my head. You can help out with chores, like making your bed. You can pick up your messes or help with the dishes. You can sweep up the floors or perhaps feed the fishes. You can share your best toys and both take your turns or say please and thank you, the kindest of words. Now all these ideas you could fit in that jar. With kind things like these, that ice cream won't be far."
What good ideas! What an inspiration!
They had some new thoughts. They had a foundation. Little Henry did dishes, and Ella, she cleaned. They shared their best toys Dad thought he had dreamed. When dinner came round, they said please and thank you. Their mom was so shocked, she thought she dreamed too. The next day at school, Henry searched near and far, but couldn't find any axe for the jar.
"And what are you doing?"
A small voice inquired. It was Huggles the hamster, whom the whole class admired. He came from New York and liked acting so tough, but Henry knew well that inside he was fluff. He explained that big jar with pride in his voice and how he was trying to make a kind choice.
"You know, Carlos A. just moved here from Brazil. He's trying to learn, but can't speak English still. It's hard to make friends when you don't know the words. At recess, I seen the kid talking to birds. I've heard the other kids say that they're bad at art time. Go say something nice. It don't cost a dime. And your teacher, Miss C, always says, raise your hands. Doing that would be kind, as I understand."
Henry sat down by Carlos. They chatted and laughed. At recess, they even played Asteroid Spacecraft. When it came time for crafts, he was ready to start, complimenting his friends on their finger paint art. During class, any time that he wanted to speak, he raised his stretched hand without even a peep. While Henry was gone at school all day long, little Ella, she wanted to help things along.
"Oh dear,"
said Miss Cupcake, the cat who'd seen all. She was walking on by and decided to call.
"Now I've heard of your lovely kindness jar plan, and I'm here to help you both win if I can. You can help her with your chores, maybe sweeping the floor, or folding and hanging these clothes that you wore. Your mom works from home, so she needs peace and quiet, and that means it's helpful to not make a riot. Your family also lacks the words of support. Tell Mom that she's smart. She loves words of that sort.
Ella jumped right in, helping her mom with the chores. They went to get groceries and through many stores. She didn't complain or get grumpy or whine, not even when Mommy had work stuff at 9. And later on, Ella, she listened to Kitty. She told her dear mom that her dress looked so pretty, which made her smile so big. That night, both the kids stayed up chatting in bed.
Hey, tell me about your kind acts,
Henry said. They shared their kind acts and felt simply delighted.
That jar must be magic,
They firmly decided. 2 days flew right by, packed with kind words and deeds, and they filled that big jar at incredible speeds. You did it, Gramps said. Now it's time for a treat. They ran to the car, shuffling in the back seat. Grandpa bought ice cream for 3, yes indeed. Then he pulled out the jar and said, Now let's all read. Together they read every good deed aloud, and Henry and Ella felt grown up and proud. Their kindness jar challenge was finally complete. To be honest, the moment was quite bittersweet. So what have you learned? Between licks, Grandpa asked. Henry said,
Kindness is more than a task. The jar seemed like magic, but I think we got the magic that comes with kind words and kind thought.
And Ella said,
Yeah, being kind felt so good. Felt so good I forgot about treats as I should. The ice cream is nice and it's good and it's grand, but I don't need a treat just to take a kind stand.
Well, Grandpa smiled. Sounds like you've learned a lot. Like, while ice cream is great, a warm heart can't be bought. And so they decided, now that's who they are, to show others the kindness they learned from the jar. If you're interested, here is a follow-up discussion about questions from the Big Kindness Jar. This is a great exercise to try. How kind can you be, and can you keep track of it? Keep being kind and keep reading. Check out the description for more Emotion in Motion books. They are great. Bye-bye.